Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. Quite great news for you about Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, with Moises Caicedo's deal closing on, getting very close every other day. At this moment in time is the final stages of this transfer, and also not forgetting that the one and only Romeo Lavia is yet another football player who's been linked to the club Chelsea, and this is very I should say extremely really serious, because the club Southampton are saying that they need £50 million, and the club Chelsea saying they can give them £48 million. A bid of £48 million is what was put in by the club Chelsea. You will remember that with the Romeo Lavia deal, it's been quite complicated for the club Liverpool, because Liverpool have been heavily linked to the football player Romeo Lavia from Southampton, with the fact that Romeo Lavia was valued at a £50 million. That was his price tag, and over time, the club Liverpool has tried to put in bids and has had 3 bids rejected. Actually, 4 bids rejected. The last bid being in the region of £46 million. And the club Chelsea comes and says, you know what, we've got no time to waste. We've got £48 million, despite the fact that you need £50 million. This is what we can put on table for you. So this deal is definitely very close and extremely close, because when you see how things are moving, there is no way the club Southampton will settle for. There's no way Southampton will settle for. Southampton won't settle for £45 million, or £46 million, and yet 48 is an option. But Southampton still stands still and says they need £50 million, and I have a feeling that the club Chelsea is going to match. The club Chelsea is going to match the price tag that was slapped on the football player Romeo Lavia, one of the best defensive midfielders. Do not forget that there is a game that's going to be happening really between the club Chelsea and Liverpool, and at this moment in time, I think Chelsea is a better football club than Liverpool, because when you see in terms of signings, Chelsea has got all those good signings in, and with the club Liverpool, they have had key players move out, and around 6 football players move out, and they've only got 2 in. That's Dominic Szoboszlai and also the former Brighton and Hove football player Alexis McAllister. So let's hope that that game definitely goes on quite well for the club for the club Chelsea, as Chelsea is trying its level best to make sure that it can perform much better under Mauricio Pochettino's reign. Really, I should think that with Moises Caicedo, the club Chelsea already, as we already know, that Chelsea put in a few bids and all these bids were rejected. £60 million bid was rejected, £70 million bid rejected, £80 million bid rejected. We can definitely see, we do not know whether the club Brighton and Hove wants really £100 million, whether that is really being serious about it, or they want a bit more than what the club Chelsea put in. But with Declan Rice going to the club Arsenal at £105 million, they say that the football player Moises Caicedo is almost ranked the same, so he is in the region of £100 million. So they stand still, and possibly we can hope that things will keep on moving on quite well for the club Chelsea. And as it stands at this moment in time, with the club Chelsea having a few talks with Moises Caicedo, and also Moises Caicedo are putting down the pressure onto the football club Brighton and Hove, refusing to go for games and also not attending training, as telling them that you promised me that I would definitely leave the club this season, and you are not doing it, and you're not pushing quite well for me to leave, because you are putting a heavy price tag on me, £100 million. You're scaring away potential buyers, and I would like to go to Chelsea. So he put it straight to them, did not participate in the last game, and also he's not been part of the training at the Brighton and Hove training grounds, and he's definitely very clear about that, saying that he's got every reason whatsoever to refuse, because he has been very patient with them. We'll remember that in the general transfer window, they promised him that nobody had, they told him nobody had matched the right price, but once anybody comes with a fee in the region of £70 million, he will definitely make a move in the summer transfer window. And here comes the summer transfer window. Chelsea go on and put in a bid of £70 million, and as it was said before, they did not honor their request to Moises Caicedo, and at this moment in time they said they need £100 million, but Chelsea is in the final stages of signing the football player Moises Caicedo. Let's hope really things keep on moving on quite well for the football club. Chelsea, as we definitely know, Chelsea is trying its level best to sign two wonderful football players, Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia, who is a former Manchester City football player who moved from Manchester City to Southampton, and now going to be moving from Southampton to the club Chelsea. Yeah, it's quite sad for the club Liverpool because they've tried hard to get the football player Romeo Lavia, but at the last moment, when they thought that possibly Southampton could bow to the pressure, Chelsea comes in and says, you know what, Romeo Lavia, come if you must, if you want. We definitely have 48 million fee. We've got 48 million for Brighton and Hove. Quite brilliant, quite good for the club Chelsea, and the fact that he is a very good defensive midfielder, and Mauricio Pochettino has been on a hand for a defensive midfielder. It's gonna be a bit tricky, and he wants both. All of them are defensive midfielders. By the way, defensive midfielders in this summer transfer window have been, I don't know I can call it, but they have been quite expensive. Really, they've definitely been extremely expensive. There's been a big demand for defensive midfielders this summer transfer window for some reason. I don't know why, but definitely there's been, and the prices for defensive midfielders has been crazy. So let's hope things keep on moving on quite well for the club Chelsea, as we are waiting for a game, Premier League opener, biggest game in the Premier League on Saturday. Definitely, is it Saturday? Yeah, I think it's Saturday. It will be the biggest game, and also talking a little bit. Let's wait for that game, and hopefully Chelsea can win that game. Talking a little bit about Dusan Vlahovic, Chelsea has sort of pulled out of the Dusan Vlahovic deal. There is that possibility that Chelsea is not going to be part of this deal, as Chelsea is now trying to look for different alternatives elsewhere. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a massive thing. It's going to be a very good thing for the club. Chelsea. Chelsea is trying its level best to make sure that they can get the best of football players, with Romeo Lavia being the most recent football player who's been linked to the club Chelsea, and Chelsea agreeing to go more than £46 million and get to £48 million, despite the fact that Southampton still stands still in saying that they definitely need £50 million. But you can see it's definitely very close. The difference is £2 million, and I think that's the club Chelsea really can match that difference. There shouldn't be any reason as to why Chelsea should fail when it comes to this transfer. I cannot wait to see Romeo Lavia playing for the club Chelsea. It would definitely be good. I think Chelsea is a club to watch this time round. Chelsea is a club to watch. They've got very good players. Chelsea has got very nice football players, and I should really think top four should be the aim for the club Chelsea, and I think it was quite attainable with Mauricio Pochettino and with the squad that is at the club Chelsea. that's quite attainable. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't know me certain whatever I've got to bring, as long as it's sports and as long as it's Chelsea related right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host Abu KALS. I tell you thank you and goodbye for now. Let's meet in yet another video. Thank you.